excellent for balancing pH and cleansing the body. It's the green in kale, spinach, and broccoli. Resveratrol decreases inflammation, and it's the purple in grapes and berries. Eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Memorial Gymnasium. I'm on the campus of Henry Ford Community College, or Henry Ford College in Dearborn, Michigan. My name is Jeff Lowe, and this is Hawks basketball. The women of Henry Ford versus the Jackson Community College Jets, and we are just about to tip it off here. And I'd like to welcome you as we are all set to get this second half of the season jumped off. And here's the tip, and the ladies of Henry Ford win the tip off. Henry Ford in the gray and Jackson Community College in the maroon or dark uniforms. And again, coming up on the crucial part of the season, as most basketball programs will be headed into the holiday season, getting prepared to play in the holiday tournaments and all the festivities around the basketball season, really getting serious and really getting ready to, hey, this is where you separate the teams right about now. That one's going inside, spread out in the zone there, getting inside for Jackson College is number one, Aaliyah Davis with the miss. Davis with the steal, or the loose ball, and she's now getting into her offense. Thought about the jumper, they passed it up. Henry Ford playing a 2-3 zone, and Jackson trying to get inside. Now they go back outside, and I said Jacksonville, but I meant to say Jackson Community College getting inside. That was Diamond Williams on the attack. And joining me, folks, is the head coach of Henry Ford men's team. Coach, I'd like to welcome you to the Streamcast here.
Thank you for having me.
And head coach, Mr. Chris Shepard, in his fourth season. We're going to talk a little about men's basketball, talk about the women's basketball as we go. I'd like to welcome you to the program, or to the Streamcast this afternoon. And Coach, just tell me a little bit about your team real quick as we are getting prepared for that crucial part of the season. A jump shot by Jackson, no good, but Jackson comes away with the rebound.
Yeah, so we're currently ranked 16th in the country. We lost a couple on the road in Illinois a couple weeks ago against some really good teams. One of the teams is actually top 4 in the country right now. And then we had a big upset, played well last week, or a couple weeks ago, against Ancilla, who at the time was number 6 in the country. So we've been kind of up and down, trying to get where we need to be. We're really talented, but our effort has to match our talent.
Effort matching the talent. I hear that a lot in a lot of basketball circles, and that is so true on every level of basketball that you might explore. 8:09 and no score on the board yet for either team. Again, Henry Ford in the gray unis and Jackson Community College in the maroon or dark unis. And Coach, as we get prepared and you look at your season going into the second half here, are we gaining or losing anybody?
In terms of our academically, we'll be fine this semester.
Okay.
We work really hard at it. We do study table every day, hour and a half after practice, so we won't have any problems academically. We have one kid that we could potentially add at the semester, but we're still working on through that. He's a transfer student, so we need to see where his if he's a freshman or a sophomore. If he's a sophomore, he'll probably redshirt the whole year. If he's a freshman, he might potentially play, but we're not going to lose anybody academically.
Okay, great to hear. The officials for this afternoon's women's game, you got Earl Adams, Kevin Reese, and Tia Stanley. officiating this contest. Nice drive to the basket by Jackson, and they get on the board first, as going to the basket is Diamond Williams and scoring her first points. And Diamond coming right back in, committing a foul after trying to steal the ball. But that was a nice drive by Diamond Williams going to the basket. And Coach, tell us about one of your key players and how he is progressing throughout the year right now.
So Gary Solomon's really come on the last couple of weeks. He's the best player in the state. It's not even close. He's going to have some Power 5 stuff coming up here in a little bit. He was the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He averaged 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists in 2 games last weekend. And then we got Mac Mansell, who just came back from injury that had back-to-back 15-plus games that were point games the last weekend. So we're excited about his progress. And then Carrington's our returning All-American. So, we got to get him going a little bit, but we're pretty talented, and hopefully we show up and want to play today.
Oh, okay. Alexa Williams with the last assist. And also, that was Aaliyah Davis with the jumper from outside. And Henry Ford calls a quick timeout to talk it over, as Jackson is off to a early 6-0 lead here with 6:33 remaining in the first period. Coach, it is so difficult to recruit to a community college. Tell us about the process you go through in recruiting student athletes to come to this school.
For sure. I try to keep it as generic as I can here because we're pretty good at it, and I don't know if we're going to make sure we don't give our tips away. But essentially, if you go to a community college and you get a C or better, it'll transfer to a 4-year university. And oftentimes, that transition academically is easier. A lot of parents are into the smaller class sizes and take some of that. The other end of it is junior college, people don't really realize the talent that's in here. So if you perform at the junior college level, you can create opportunities for yourself. And so, those are 2 areas that we sell, the academic side of it. You can get started on your degree, take your basic prereqs, and then figure out where, at a little bit cheaper cost. And then if you play well at the junior college level, you'll create opportunities for yourself.
Great.
There's some, there's some other things that go into it in terms of, how you go about that process of, moving kids on to 4 years and stuff. But overall, though, the academic side of it, getting started, and, the other end of it is if you play well, you can get an opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Henry Ford finally gets on the board with a jump shot, a 3-point shot by Whitehead. 6-3 is your lead for Jackson Community College as they march down floor, and jump shot is no good from the top of the key. That was Aaliyah Davis with the attempt. Out of bounds, and Jackson will maintain the possession. Whitehead comes away with the rebound, and she pushes it up the floor and throws it away. Whitehead on the pass attempt, and now a scramble for the ball, and finally Jackson comes away with it. Skip pass across court. Good job in moving the ball by Jackson. And coming down with the rebound is number 2, Alexa Thompson. Outside shot attempt, no good by Whitehead. So, Coach, with the success you've been having so far, as Whitehead goes to the basket on a nice little easy layup and cuts into this lead. 8-5 in favor of the Jackson. With the success that you've had so far this season with your team, how do you feel that you guys are progressing towards your goals now?
I hope they're starting to figure it out. If we leave the state and we go play somebody, they're really good. We don't waste our time and go play. We got a trip coming up to New York, probably 2.5 weeks, I think. I forget the exact date, but when we go to New York, we're going to play 2 top 10 teams. And so I think we're starting to slowly figure out that we have enough talent to win, but when we play against the big boys, we have just enough to compete there. We're not going to be the most talented, and we got to rely on our effort, rely on moving the ball, rely on competing, and we're starting to figure that out. We challenged ourselves in the non-league, and so far we're 4-2, and hopefully we show up ready to play today. But we're good enough to win a national title, but whether or not we do it is going to be if we want to do the little things. This will be my 5th year here, and we were in the national tournament last year, and we made it to the Elite Eight. There's no comparison between this team and last year's team, but last year's team competed and they played hard night in and night out. And so hopefully we figured that out, and if we do, we got an opportunity to be, pretty good. But if we think we can just show up and we got a bullseye on our chest. People know that we're good, and when they come in here, Jackson will be ready to play today. We'll get their best effort, and hopefully we take on that challenge.
How many young men have we had from last year's team go on to participate on the D1 level?
So last year was a different year because no one got charged eligibility for COVID. So because no one got charged eligibility, the 4 years, same thing. They weren't recruiting as many spots.
Right.
But we do. We have a kid playing Division II down in Memphis, Lorenzo Wright, off last year's team. 2 years ago, our best player is now playing at Duquesne in the Atlantic 10, Leon Ayers. He was actually just the A10 Conference Player of the Week. And so, we've got we got a kid playing in West Virginia. We have a kid playing out in Montana, a kid playing down at Wayne State, a couple out in Iowa. So, we have guys that are out there. And last year was kind of a different year because, Brandon McCreena could have went anywhere. He had 3, 4, 5 offers to go play, but he decided he wanted to come back and continue to chase that.
All right, very good, very good. Alexa Thompson at the line, and she'll be shooting 2, and makes the first. That is certainly a key when you look at community and small colleges, especially community colleges. How do you progress your kids to, as Alexa makes them both, how do you progress your kids to continue to develop and keep their eyes on the prize, not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom?
It's a daily grind to get our guys, to get them to where they belong athletically. We have a lot of kids that can play at that level, but academically, it takes a lot of work, and a lot of schools in our league, their guys don't move on because they put them in classes that don't transfer. It can be really easy just to put them in classes that aren't counting towards a degree. They'll get good grades here, but they won't be able to go play anywhere. And, we do study table every day, hour and a half for a reason. And because if you don't do it and you don't get your grades, then you're not going to be able to move on from here. And then at that point, what are we doing? We're wasting our time. So, if our team GPA could be significantly higher, but, we have kids taking Calc 2. We have kids in college algebra, in advanced bio, stuff that they need towards their degrees when they leave here. And, with that comes a price. You gotta grind to get there. And, that's something we're really proud of. There's schools that when I send them to now, I don't even have to send their transcript right away in the recruiting process because the schools know they have the classes they need. And,
excellent.
That took some time to develop, and, that's something we're really proud of.
Okay. Are there any additions at this point to your team?
So we could potentially add a transfer at the semester. He's practicing with us now. It just depends on, we're waiting on the NCAA to rule him either a freshman or a sophomore. If they rule him a freshman, he might play this year because he'd still have a year left with junior college. If they rule him a sophomore, it doesn't make sense for him to come in mid-year. He's putting a lot of pressure on himself then in January on to try to be able to get an opportunity to play after Henry Ford, so we would probably redshirt him at that point. But we're still waiting to hear from the NCAA on that.
Okay. Nice drive to the basket. That's going to be no good, as going to the basket is Zaire Bridgewater on the travel for Henry Ford. 13-9, Jackson Community College in the lead right now. And the Hawks of Henry Ford trying to get some consistency going on the offense and defensive end as they lost that one out of bounds. Callie Wilson checking out for Henry Ford. With the rebound, number 13, that was actually number 15, I'm sorry. That's Morgan Morris, excuse me. Up and under, but travel by Jackson, and they turn the ball over again here. The saying here at Henry Ford is future driven. Tell me, what is that, how does that play into your program?
I think it kind of ties into, at least for us on the men's, the men's program, and what we try to do is, create opportunities for our student athletes, and we do that by playing a big-time schedule, going out and travel and giving them experience and learning what it takes to be a four-year player, and then academically pushing them to get the classes they need. And we've been able to move, I think, somewhere between 13 and 14 kids on to 4 years in the last 4 years, and that's only with moving one on last year. So normally it's 3 to 4 guys every year that move on, and part of that process is teaching them what it means to be a college student athlete. And if you do well at Henry Ford, if you take care of business, you have an opportunity to move on and create a better future for yourself.
Absolutely. As we wind down this first period, Coach, I just want to say thank you
Yes, sir.
very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And keep up the good work and much success as we head to the second half of your college season. And again, much success to you and good luck as it's time to grind.
Thank you.
I
appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
All right. Coach Chris Shepard, in his 4th season leading the Henry Ford Hawks. I'd like to thank him again for joining us, give us some insight on the men's program here at Henry Ford Community College. Welcome back to Henry Ford College, the home of the Hawks, and this contest between Jackson Community College and Henry Ford College here on the campus of Henry Ford College in Dearborn, Michigan. My name is Jeff Lowe, and this is Henry Ford's streaming network. And we are following the Hawks, hopefully all the way to the finals and all the way to the season tournament. You just heard from the Hawks men's head coach, Chris Shepard, giving us some insight on the Hawks men's team. Later on, we'll talk to the head coach of the Hawks women's team. But right now, the women are in a matchup against Jackson Community College. And Jackson right now leading 13-9. Outside shot. Oh, in and out by Jackson. That was Aaliyah Davis with that last jumper. Whitehead from outside. Nothing but the bottom of the nets. Jackson goes inside, comes away with the rebound, number 20, and that's Bugs with the rebound and putting it back up and in. Madison Montgomery committing the foul. Henry Ford down 3 right now in this close contest. Aaliyah Davis with the ball on the outside. Henry Ford trying to get this ball movement going. And Jackson. Nice drive to the basket, but out of bounds, and the possession will stay with Henry Ford. Zaire Bridgewater with a nice drive to the basket, but just couldn't finish with the left. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Horn sounds, and they ignore it on that one. Bridgewater comes away with the rebound. I'm sorry, check that. That's number 11 with the rebound for, that's Whitehead with the rebound for Henry Ford. Checking into the ball game is Diamond Williams for Henry Ford College. For Jackson Community College. I'm sorry, pardon me. Too much of a layoff. Knocked out of bounds, and possession will go over to Henry Ford, the Hawks. Jackson Community College Jets are led by head coach Heather Brown in her 6th season with assistant coach Gabrielle Hope, Thielen, and athletic director Courtney Ivan. Jump ball is the call as Keyshawn Devlin oh, a little taunting there. That was Alexa Thompson with a little taunting at the end of that shot. Watch out, Alexa. 18-12, your score. Monica Williams on the drive, and she'll go to the line after being fouled. Monica at the line, misses the first. Makes her second. Now Henry Ford applying some full court pressure on Jackson. Jackson breaks it with ease. Outside jumper, misses everything on that shot. Here comes Monica Williams. Overthrows everyone there. And Whitehead thought that was actually tipped out. Good tight defense being applied by Jackson. It was Diamond Williams applying the defense on Lauren Gannon. And Gannon, she's pretty much been the spark plug most of this game for Henry Ford. She goes over the top, and a foul is committed on number 2, Alexa Thompson, pardon me. Now a little shoving going on. And Thompson checks out. And Patton checks in. Inside to Montgomery. Montgomery looking for some help outside. Now they go back inside to Montgomery, but she loses it. Monica Williams in control of this offense. Drive to the basket and a foul, and count the bucket. Brianna Ward with a hard drive to the basket and successively gets the bucket, and now looking for the three-point play. Faith Plummer into the ball game for Henry Ford. Ward completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And here come the Hawks with the full court pressure again. Good job that time on the pressure. But they just couldn't finish it off as Thompson with the easy bucket. And that's what happens in this kind of situation when you're applying the full court pressure. Often you give up a layup. Williams outside. And that shot goes in and out by number 13, Wyatt. Plummer with the putback. Jackson does a good job in moving the ball, and that looks like a travel. 23-18, 5:07 remaining here in the second period. If you're just joining us on the Henry Ford streaming network, my name is Jeff Lowe, and we are in the second period of this game between Jackson Community College and the Henry Ford Hawks. Monica Williams from outside. Count to 3. And make it a 2-point game, 23-21. Thompson nails the 3. Williams looking for some room to drive, and that was tipped out of bounds, and the Hawks will retain possession. Bugs will sit down for Jackson. And number 15, that's Morgan Morris checking into the game for Jackson. Gannon with the ball. Over to Williams. Williams looking to drive, no good. And running the floor is Jackson, and they can't finish the layup. And the rebound by Jocelyn Wyatt is knocked out of bounds, and Henry Ford will retain possession. (26-21), 3:50 and counting here in the second period of play. Monica Williams looking for Gannon. Gannon with the three-pointer is good. Lauren Gannon. And the Hawks drop back in the zone. Jackson tries the three-point shot, which is no good. I'm sorry, Thompson tried the three-point shot. And that was knocked out of bounds. Looked like it might have went off a Ward, but Thompson got a hand on it. Henry Ford retains possession. Trying to run an offensive set on the out-of-bounds play. And finally gets it in to Monica Williams outside. And they'll reset their offense. 7 on the shot clock. Schollenberg, Bill Schollenberg, the head coach of Henry Ford in his first season, shouting out instructions. That's going to be an offensive foul. Faith Plummer, as you can see, just pushed off with her right hand to get some room, but that's a no-no. Henry Ford drops back into their 2-1-2 defense. Outside shot, in and out. Thompson with the rebound. Brianna Ward comes out with it, though, looking for some help. It's like an illegal pick at the top. And getting ready to check back in is Ryan Williams. 2-point game here. With 2:30 remaining in the second quarter. 26-24 in favor of Jackson Community College. Going inside to Thompson, counter bucket. Alexa Thompson with the head shake. And a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Let's see if she can complete it. And she does. 29-24 your score. 2:14 and counting here in the second quarter of play. Ryan Williams on the floor. I'm not sure what that call actually was. Diamond Davis with the ball, looking across court. Jump shot is no good by Aaliyah Davis. Quickly down the floor is Gannon. Gannon may have had an advantage over the smaller Jackson player. And a jump ball is called. looks like number 13, Wyatt, will jump it up against Morgan Morris. But now they'll take it out underneath. Gannon will take the ball out for Henry Ford. Going inside. And another jump ball. Ryan Williams, and that possession will go over to Jackson. Ryan Williams with the turnaround, and just a little more strength to get that one up Ryan Williams needs. Outside shot is good. Aaliyah Davis, 31-24. A minute and 19 here in the second. Williams from way outside. And that one's going to be taken out underneath a foul committed by Thompson, as Alexa Thompson went over the back of Ryan Williams. Williams will go to the line. Williams will shoot two. Makes the first. Couldn't complete right there. That's going to be a foul against Henry Ford on the sideline, as Jocelyn Wyatt gets called for the push. And that will send Bugs to the line. Jaya Bugs at the line, shooting two. Misses the first. Aaliyah Davis is now at the line, and she makes the first after another foul was committed by Henry Ford. 32-25. A steal by Jackson and a bucket by Bugs. Bugs on a good defense with the steal and the putback. 34-25, and Jackson has stretched this out to a 9-point lead. Stolen away by Jackson. They have the numbers and they have the layup. Bridgewater with the easy two. Jocelyn Wyatt at the line, shooting two. Wyatt misses her first. Makes her second. 10-point lead for Jackson. Henry Ford with the full court pressure. Outside shot, no good. Short jumper, 14-footer, rolled across the rim, and Jackson not able to get the shot off. And it's halftime, folks. 36-26 is your score, with the Jets of Jackson Community College in the lead. I'm Jeff Lowe, and this is your Henry Ford Sports Streaming Network. Jackson Community College with a 10-point lead, 36-26. We'll be right back. Tight matchup defense by the Jets. Alexa Thompson on that last steal. And finding a cutter underneath. And that's Monica Morris that was cutting underneath for the 2 points. 55-34. Going to the basket real hard is Coleman. Coleman at the line. She'll be shooting 2. In the home of the Hawks. As Coleman knocks down the second shot. Outside shot is good, nothing but the bottom of the nets. And that's Bugs. Williams, little jump hook, no good. Off to the side. Outside shot, drawing nothing but iron. Good rebound by Jackson. The rebound was by Madison Montgomery. Outside shot is no good. Jackson Community College stretching this lead 58-35. A couple of substitutions into the game for Henry Ford, Skylar Bowens. That one's stolen away. Up the floor quickly. And off a Jackson player, off the leg of a Jackson player. And was off Bugs. And Gannon will walk it up the floor for Henry Ford. Henry Ford might need to speed this game up a little bit and put a little tempo in it to get back in it. Ward looking for the shot, gets one up. Ward gets her own rebound. Ward, Brianna Ward with the tough shot there. (58-37). Thompson with a nice little jump, turnaround shot, jump hook. Thompson with a tough shot, getting her own rebound. Alexis Thompson leading the way for Jackson. The weave offense at the top. Then the Hawks turn it over. That was George on that last turnover. Got a George. away with the rebound and sprinting up the floor real fast. And that foul committed by Bugs, and not a good foul there. It's one thing you want to do if you got the lead. You do not want to commit the fouls and stop the clock. Haley Iman with her first points of the contest. Bugs with the shot, nothing that time. But Thompson there to put it back in. (62-39), 4:25 remaining here in the fourth. George took a shot that time, just threw that one up. 2-3 zone defense being applied by Henry Ford. Turnaround jumper at the free throw extension, no good. Skylar Bowens bringing it up for Henry Ford. Jackson in a matchup defense here. Ward at the top. Ward driving. And a foul is committed by number 24, Madison Morgan. And that will send Brianna Ward to the line. Substitution in the game, number 32, is Brooklyn Karowski. Brianna Ward shooting 2 at the line. But Henry Ford makes the first. Ward misses the second. Alexis Thompson comes down with the rebound. Jackson. And that's Aaliyah Davis drawing the foul, and she will go to the line shooting 2. Haley Eman on the foul. On the possession, Jackson Community College will maintain it. Leah Davis running the point. Williams, outside shot, no good. And that's Bugs with the outside shot. Davis with the short jumper, in and out. Another shot clock issue. 20 on the shot clock right now. 2:38 remaining here in the contest. Trying to go inside to Thompson. And a foul committed by Coleman. And the Jets will take it out underneath their basket. Bugs from outside, no good. Jets really do some fighting inside for the rebound. And they come away with the rebound and they have turned it over. 64-40 your score. 2:24 remaining in the contest. Thompson with the steal, up quickly, and Davis with the easy layup. Underhand, the tip layup is no good. Davis again, and the Jets have not taken their foot off the gas. 68-40 to score. Looking inside, at the top of the key. Coleman looking for her shot, 7 on the shot clock. Got to get one off. And out of bounds, and they call it a shot clock violation, and the ball will go over to Henry Ford, or pardon me, to Jackson on the shot clock violation. Looked like they might have had a second or two remaining on the clock, but not so, said the officials. Outside shot, no good, drawing nothing but iron. That will go out of bounds, and with 51 seconds remaining on the clock, Hawks will retain possession, and the Hawks turn it over. Desmond Williams on the layup. Blocking foul on Bugs. Counter basket and one shot. One shot for Coleman. Completing the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Jets pull it out and want to use some of that shot clock up. Here comes the double. They swing it across, back to the top, and it's good for 3. Diamond Williams for 3. And Leah with the steal. Leah Davis comes away with it. And Williams takes a look at the shot clock or at the game clock, and that's going to do it. 73-42, your final score. And that will do it for this contest. And again, final score, 73-42 in favor of the Jackson Community College Jets. Coming up will be the second part of our doubleheader. Jackson Community College Jets men's team will face off against the 16th ranked Hawks of Henry Ford.